Welcome to the BAI show. My name's James Rankin and I am here with Cameron Tyers, all the way from Cairns, mate. Welcome.
Thank you.
Join
Pleasure
me in sunny Melbourne.
Oh, cold as.
What was it in Cairns?
Well, look, normally it's around 25, 28 this time of year. But it has been raining the last few days. However, it's best time of year now.
Yeah, and it just belts down at night, doesn't it? Like that's typically when you get the rain.
In the wet season, it's just full on,
Flies down. Yeah.
Thank God we got large gutters.
Well, that's true.
Good drainage. And
yeah. You guys are definitely built for it up there.
Absolutely.
Like to deal with all of that, extra rain. But mate, Melbourne, you're here doing some business.
Yeah.
What's the trip? How's the trip gone so far?
Great. So I actually had a presentation today with some mortgage brokers working on my B2B, and that's been great. Just caught up with another buyer's advocate as well just before here, and now I'm here chatting with you.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
That's it. Doing the rounds. I love it.
Yeah.
Mate, tell me, like, what made you want to get involved in this space? Like, if we were to go back a few years, like we were just talking before, that you've done a bit of travel, like you haven't really, you've only been in Cairns 18 months. So if we just rewind a little bit, like go back to the start, like what were you doing before becoming a buyer's agent?
Well, I'm a nurse by trade, and I've only just recently finished up on nursing to focus on becoming a buyer's agent full time.
Yep.
I work in emergency like a few other buyer's agents have in the past, and it's just I've been able to had a great career. I've been able to travel lots. I've had the opportunity to work in some of the biggest and best emergency departments in Australia and around the world. Had the opportunity to work in a trauma centre in Dubai and Gold Coast for a few years, and just non-stop travelling. And I think I've seen quite a lot. Wouldn't say I've seen it all because every day in an emergency department is always a surprise.
Always different.
It's been a great career. Learnt lots, but I've been able to build quite a nice portfolio myself. And I was just talking recently about my capacity to borrow anymore, and it's sort of a couple of years ago reached that point where I couldn't, which is fine. It will continue to grow.
Yeah. And
I've been able to be a borderless investor, build my portfolio, and I sort of stopped buying now, but I love the buying process, so I don't want to stop that. I want to continue as a buyer's agent, and I'm just loving the ride at the moment of a buyer's agent. There is ups and downs like anything, but it's great. I just love the whole process.
Just loving it. So when you were buying for yourself, like how did you teach yourself to understand the markets and, where to buy, what to invest in? Well,
my first house was in Adelaide, and it was I was a first home buyer like everyone else, and this was 11 years ago now, and there was great grants like there are now, and I was told you got to get in the market. I'm like, oh, what's this market? Not Sunday market.
Yeah.
And I did it, and my partner at the time, we just looked at growing and getting another investment. That relationship broke down, and I went off travelling, and then I came back to Australia and I was like, I want to invest again. And I was living on the Gold Coast at that point in time. And this was 2019 where I bought my apartment, which was great. And then during that period of time, I was living in that apartment. So it wasn't so much part of the investment strategy, but it worked out well. Mm-hmm. But then my next strategy was about educating myself on the right place to buy. Part of me loving the buying process is the, getting told that, how much you can borrow, to thinking what you can borrow, learning from mortgage brokers. I went to Adelaide for a whole weekend and spent, the weekend looking at properties for 600,000 to be able told, no, you can only borrow 4. So I'm like, okay. But then thought, look, let's look at Ipswich. It was affordable then. Was able to get into a property for 368, Now I've been looking for clients and I'm priced out at, say, 750. So
not bad.
Yeah, I got in there in 2021 and then continued and then bought in Melbourne in 2022.
Got it.
So
So you just, tried to keep that going
Yeah.
as much as possible.
I educated myself big time by listening to lots and lots of podcasts. It was just, and I still do it to this day.
Yeah.
It's just podcast after podcast, reading all these different articles. There's so many great opportunities out there to educate yourself.
What are some of the favourite podcasts?
Oh, this one, obviously. There's the Property Couch.
Yep.
I have learned
Classic.
a lot off them. And I use them as a buyer's agent.
Yep. There you
myself.
go. Yep.
And that's where I got my Melbourne property, and it's been quite successful.
Awesome. Where did you buy in Melbourne?
I bought it in December 2022
And where did they put you?
in Seaford.
In Seaford. There you
Yeah.
go. I mean, pretty good.
Hasn't
pick.
done much, but
Yeah.
I knew it was going to be a long-term hold for me.
Yep.
And it is, and it will be. And I'm getting a great rental yield at the moment on that.
Perfect.
And and it's continually grow. I've noticed since February it's gone like 70, 80,000.
Yeah.
So and
Yeah,
that's not stopping.
It's in that. This is the thing, right? Like, we were much more inclined to buy those like bluer chip products. Just that's how I learned. Like, I just learned from people in my circle. It was more about the blue chip stuff, and it was just buy and hold. Like, just never sell property.
That's right.
So those people that did buy in Melbourne, probably in the last cycle or during the slump, you're just at the starting sort of roll up of what that's going to look like. So
That's right,
yeah, even though they bought in 2022, might not have done as well as if you bought in Perth or Queensland, but you already had stuff up there anyway. So this diversification, purchasing down here, it's probably just at that moment in time where it's going to hit the growth. I mean, even 80, 90 grand is pretty good in a short period of time.
It is, yeah. And I don't see it stopping.
Yeah.
I think most buyers agents would agree that whole region around there, Frankston North,
Definitely.
Seaford, it's great opportunities.
Yeah.
And affordability. So yeah.
So you did the education, you used the buyer's agent as well. So you believed in it. You believed in the service and what it could do for you. What were, like, there's always certain things in whatever you were doing previously. So the nursing, you were traveling. So that 10 years, was it about 10 years that you were traveling for? Or
about 10 years.
about 10 years.
Yeah.
Wow. So the nursing just took you everywhere.
Yeah.
So in Australia, Dubai, you mentioned.
Yeah. I volunteered in India, Pakistan,
Wow.
Ethiopia.
How cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. And definitely eye-opening stuff.
Absolutely. I was in like Kashmir in 2005 after the earthquake.
No way.
And it was just next level. Like that country's my favorite, just due to the experience I had. The people were next level. Like one guy, he was a big mentor. He had, he lost his family in one of the buildings in Islamabad, and he was up in Kashmir with us running a tent city.
Wow. Yeah. Yeah. Some of those experiences that you can come across just by, putting your hand up, essentially. Like, how did that come about? Like, how did you?
Well, great story. To be honest, I was working in a hospital in Melbourne, and I was preparing myself to do a community development project in India, and I had to fundraise about $4 to $6 grand to do it, and I had done that quite quickly. So this was 2005. So my mum was part of some aid organisations doing cataract surgeries in Africa and stuff. And so she was able to sort of teach me along the way how to fundraise and get things happening. And I was getting itchy feet. And I was working one night, and Back in Lonely Planet was big on the internet. And I came across this web page saying, look, we need volunteers with any medical background in Pakistan. So got home in that morning, called up, and I'd fundraised this money for India. I was just waiting to go. Called up and they said, oh, yes, we could really use your help. So this is back days when you flew out to Canberra to get your visa, flew back. A week later, I'm on a flight to Islamabad. Met some guys from the UN on the plane. They're like, mate, like what you've got's not really like that safe, what you've got. So I'm like, oh, okay. I was a bit young and naive.
Is this your passport or just in terms of going there?
Well, yeah, just in terms of like, they essentially said it was like I was a Cub Scout.
Oh, yeah.
So went to the UN office and that when I got there just to, register and make sure it was safe. And then, 2 days later up in Kashmir. And Kashmir is known to be hostile,
Right.
for many reasons.
Is that due to like ownership? Is that
Kashmir it's been an ongoing crisis since between
near
India
the border, right?
India and Pakistan for years.
Yeah.
So because of the disaster, the governments did sort of say, let's hold off on what's happening and we'll try and save the people.
Is that where the changing of the guard is? Is that Kashmir?
Yeah, the Wagyu border. I
Yeah.
crossed that one.
Yeah.
That was interesting.
It does look interesting.
Yeah.
I've always wanted to just go and experience that.
Yeah.
Because they get to like, well, the changing of the guard is like India will look after it for a certain amount of time and then it switches to Pakistan or something like that, right?
Yeah, and certain periods of the day they'll do like a march.
Yeah.
I missed that unfortunately, but yeah, it was.
You're doing other,
I was
things?
crossing, because I went to
so you had to
India.
cross there.
Yeah, so I went to
wow.
Pakistan and then ended up doing this community development project,
Mm-hmm.
and I was like, just not getting the same vibe, and
Yeah.
then I went back and crossed the border.
How cool.
Yeah,
Yeah, what an experience.
yeah.
And again, just like putting your hand up saying,
Yeah.
I'm going to say yes. And it's
I'm very
so
big on you live once.
live once. Yeah.
I only live once.
So you did that. How long did you go over there for?
It was about 3 months all up.
Wow, it's still a long time.
Yeah.
3 months, came back.
Came back.
And then it was, some stuff in Australia.
Yeah, I worked. I did a year in Melbourne, 18 months, then to Adelaide after that.
Back to Adelaide.
Yeah.
And you did-
No, it was the first time I moved to Adelaide.
Oh, that was your first time.
yeah,
Got it.
so-
Got it.
Worked there for about 5 years and then headed over to Dubai.
And then you went to Dubai. And how long were you over there for?
About 8 to 12 months. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's still an eye opener, right? Like
It was
in
like,
terms of just a different city.
Yeah.
And it was probably going through a lot of growth then. Like construction would have been wild.
it's it's next level. Like there's no middle class. It's rich and the poor.
Yeah.
And the hardest part for me was the politics wise. It's all about hierarchy really.
Yeah.
And if you're like right up the top and with the current situation, it's quite interesting to see what's unfolding with
Yeah,
that.
right.
Especially with Qatar and the whole GCC.
Of course. Yeah.
It's quite an interesting time.
Yeah, I mean those. I've not been there, but I've heard that it's probably one of the safest places like to travel.
Oh, absolutely.
Because like people don't steal stuff and like they just won't do it. Like either they're scared or they're rich, right?
Yeah.
Because I don't know, it's probably a pretty bad penalty.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't experience that being locked up or anything, but I know I have heard of stories like even people, being too intoxicated on the streets.
Yeah.
It can be quite.
Yeah, they'll just take you away.
Yeah.
Slip you out the back door.
Yeah.
Well, Dubai and then back in Australia.
Back in Australia.
How did you end up in Cairns?
So after Dubai, I went to Gold Coast for 3 years, and then I just needed a change. Traveling all my life is always needing a change. And then I did 3 years of rural and remote work during COVID.
Yeah, right.
And it was, everyone needed a medical person then. So I worked up in Howard Springs for 6 months on the quarantine facility up there.
Yep.
Great experience, and then just kept traveling. And then I was like, I started doing the course with the REIQ to become a buyer's agent. And I was thinking at that time, I'm not settled. I don't really want to settle just yet. So I thought, let's just continue this. And when it's time to get a base, me and my partner got a base and we decided to make it Cairns. We like the weather.
Yeah.
And I thought, look, there's a great opportunity now to, settle in Cairns and start a business.
Where did the travel bug come from, do you reckon?
Oh, I think my mum.
Yeah? Yeah?
Yeah, she's she took us on a trip when we were like 15 to Disneyland, and then a few years later we went around the world, and
how cool.
Yeah, and then she'd always travelled.
Yep.
And so just got the bug. It's a bug.
Yeah,
for
there you
sure.
go. I mean, I'm always interested, like I've got some friends that travel quite a bit, like, you don't know when they're going to be here, and it's like, oh yeah, I'm here. Oh yeah, I'll be here for a little bit, and then they're out again. Like they just can't wait to get out of here.
Yeah.
And it's like there's so many variations as to like why people travel. You know what I mean? Like some people are escaping things. Some people are like their parents say, you should go and experience the world.
Yep.
I didn't travel. Like I was just so hell bent on buying properties that I just skipped all that shit. And I don't have any regrets, but I did push the Euro trip, like the classic Euro trip, especially from people from Melbourne. It's just classic Euro trip. Is all the going away parties going on now, right?
Yeah.
Like everyone's going to Europe.
Yeah.
Even someone else in this room. Good old Aiden looking after us today. So it's one of those things that is very natural for the Aussie, you know what I mean? Like we get a lot of travelers as well.
Absolutely.
So we see it.
Yep.
But yeah, it's just always interesting, like to see why people want to travel and see the world and experience things, right?
My company name, The Way Property Investments, that's come from traveling.
There you go.
I did the Camino de Santiago.
Really?
Yeah, and it's a 800
Did you do the full one?
From Saint Jean Pied de Port to to Santiago.
Yeah.
And there's The Way.
Yeah.
And I look at property and this Camino, it's a big journey.
Yeah. Because it's 30 days or something. Like some people do it in up to 30 days.
I did it. I took 35.
35.
Yeah.
Shit.
So I had a couple of short days.
Yeah.
At the end, I didn't want it to end.
Yeah.
So I had
really?
a couple of days off and just stayed in a small little Spanish town and just left it up.
Yeah, a friend of mine did it and the training was brutal. Like even just walking, that many, steps a day, like as you sort of build up to it, he was wrecked before he even got over there. Yeah. Like, just from all the training that he did. Lost like a ton of weight when he was doing it. But yeah, so how was that like?
It was life-changing for me.
By yourself?
Yeah, on my own.
Yeah.
I had own personal goals that I was wanted to do. Like it was carry my own bag the whole way, not listen to anything during the way.
Yeah. Wow.
And it was a big thing for working on myself. I'm always have to be around people. And this trip was for me was to get to enjoy my own company. And it took me, a week to do that because I was walking with these people that I just met.
Yeah.
But I was doing their Camino.
Yeah.
I wasn't doing mine.
Mm-hmm.
And then it clicked. I'm like, I need to break away from this group, spend some time on my own, really think about things and everything. I really take it on that people come and go in your life. And that's what this month was, Some days you're walking with some people, you won't see them for 3 or 4 days and then they'll come back.
Yeah.
And another big thing is that, and I was able to complete it without a blister. And the reason is because I walked at my own pace. Mm-hmm. I wasn't competing against anyone.
Yep.
And this is what I'm taking the buyer's agent's journey on, is I'm doing it at my pace. And it's not the same pace as everyone else. And some are quicker, some are slower, but it's how I'm doing it and it's working.
Yeah. Are you naturally competitive? Like, would you before the Camino, like, would you say that if that was the situation you were put in, you would try and keep up normally or like go a bit faster to, at least, just be part of the pack?
Part
like
of me is
you don't
competitive.
care if people walk past you?
Yeah, no. When I'm driving, I am.
Yeah, there you go. Because that's I'm very much like that.
Yeah.
So this sounds like a friend of mine did it. That's the only reason why I know it. Like anyone that doesn't know what the Camino is, like go and look at it. It's a phenomenal thing. Like I don't even know how you describe it, right? Like it is just this life-changing experience that people go and do.
Yeah.
And it's the towns are set up for it as well because you can just sort of like wander in and get get a bed, right?
Yeah, at certain times of the year. So I did it the first day it opened. Mm-hmm. Saw every weather event you could imagine.
Yeah.
From snow to shorts to hail, a bit like Melbourne.
Yeah.
I was prepared for that. I had like 9 kilos, I think, for the whole trip. But it is set up, as you said, like there's little towns along the way. And so you can, walk like 6 Ks in the morning, have your morning tea and coffee, and then keep going on. I think my shortest day was like 8 Ks and my longest was 40.
Wow, 40 Ks.
Yeah, in one day.
My God, that is nuts. Is that like just a particular day that everyone has to go through it? Or
not really, but it was
just keep going.
Oh, it was the way I broke it up. It was just ideal for that.
Yeah.
For that
40
period
Ks,
of time.
that's huge.
Yeah.
That's huge.
Was set off pretty early.
Yeah, I bet. I mean, it's nearly a marathon in a day, right?
Yeah.
So that's phenomenal. Mate, I didn't know all of, obviously, like we're here having this chat.
Yeah.
And you're obviously in Everest, but we don't get to deep dive like that, like the personal things behind it. So it's why I do like to just do that. Hey, what did you do before the buyer's agent? Because we haven't really spoken much about the BA space yet.
No.
But it's amazing. So you've gone, how long ago did you do the Camino?
That was 2019, 2018.
Okay, cool. So not that long ago.
Yeah,
Like
no.
in terms of the life changing.
Yeah.
And you mentioned the relevance back to the business.
Yeah.
And I really love that philosophy on you've kind of got the blinkers on, right? Like, it doesn't matter what this person's doing. It doesn't matter what that person's doing. I'm just focused on what I want to do.
Yeah.
And you're not phased at all. So how, like, you felt a lot of that came from the Camino, like you were doing that sort of, you had to actively be aware of it and not doing someone else's Camino. I mean, it's a huge event to go to.
Yeah.
You're flying over there. It's the other side of the world. You've probably had to train for it. And it's just like, hey, no, I'm not doing theirs. I want to do mine. I think that's like in itself a pretty amazing feat, like just to realize that and then take those philosophies beyond.
Yeah, I guess it's sticking in your lane, right? And I had prepared myself, like I had done training, again, listened to a lot of information, read a lot about it. And that's the way I prepared myself. And, you know, I did see other people not walking at their own pace and they were like going gung-ho for like 3 days and then they were stuck for 4 days.
Crumbled. Yeah,
because of their blisters. And
right.
it was because they were trying to catch up with other people and then they caught up to them and then they were done.
Yeah.
So, and taking that aspect in the buyer's agents course as well, like you guys, look, my advice on this is you've got to do one thing and that's just listen to what you guys say and do it. It's pretty simple. And as the Camino, I listened to what they had to say and I did it and I just followed that track.
Well, the recipes for you know, getting to a certain point, the recipe's pretty solid. You know what I mean? Like we've done it a lot of times and helped a lot of people through that. So appreciate you saying that. But the recipe's there for the reason, right? Like you read this thing, you go and do it, or you listen to this training or get involved in training and you go and actually action it, then you'll get the results. Like, you want to bake a cake, you don't put the, you know, raising flour or, you know, the baking soda in, it's not going to get the result. So on that, like you said, you did it at your own pace. Were you working full-time while studying? So you did the REIQ. And then you...
Yeah, I did that, but I put that on pause because I wasn't getting anywhere with it. And so I just put that on pause and then I knew about the BAI and I thought this is more of a focus on this, whereas that was, you know, broad ranged of to get my certificate, I guess you could say. And this really hones in on buying. I know I love the buying. I don't want it to stop. Yeah. And why not do it for other people, you know? I'm not helping people as in saving their life, but I'm helping people still with making happiness and hopefully making wealth for them and or getting them into their dream home. Yeah.
I mean, and that's probably a good cue into like what does your business do? Like what's your main focus?
I'm really honing in on that now. I mean, I started in December, the business opened. What a great time to start a business. 2 weeks before Christmas, like you're just going to get it flooded with clients.
Oh, absolutely.
And, you know, so, look, I'm not going to say, I'm not going to lie, it didn't start great. And I'm thinking imposter syndrome, all that sort of stuff. But I got out there. I just made myself known, joined some networking groups, which really started. And then, you know, I've worked big on my B2B, as you say, and I've followed all the things that you guys have said, and it works. Yeah. So I've got myself out there big time, and I'm buying for owner occupiers in Cairns and far north Queensland. But my passion, because I've done it so much myself, is investors.
Yes.
I don't want to stop buying for owner occupiers because I had the best call today, calling someone to say, we've got the house.
Yep.
You know, and they're like, you know, it was party
Ecstatic,
time for them. Yeah, just over it. And these clients, you know, I'd already bought them a house and their finance had fallen through.
Right.
So I had to start again with them.
Yeah.
And their budget isn't amazing, and their borrowing capacity wasn't either.
Yeah.
But we're able to do it, and you know, it was a lot of it. Look, I can't say a lot of it isn't the price.
Yeah.
It was those terms and conditions. You know, it's all about that. It's about the negotiating. It's about the relationships, the rapport you make with these real estate agents.
Yeah.
It's amazing, and it works.
It's so funny. Like, I'm assuming, you know, the budget wasn't great. It was just a bit of a tougher client, right? So they're not going to be like purchasing some $5 million mansion, right? That might seem fantastic, and our job as a buyer's agent, like, what a phenomenal experience to go through these, you know, $5 million properties.
Yeah.
But I have a real attachment to first home buyers.
Yeah.
And my story is similar to yours, like in terms of one of the best phone calls to have when you can say, hey, we got it. And it's not price aside. The guy for me, his name's Ryan, many, many years ago, like this is probably 10 years ago. I remember he was walking from display, like I was in construction, new homes, house and land, and we were a custom builder. And he just went from display, and he came into my office and he was just like, hey, I've been to all these others down the street and they said they can't do anything. Like, what can you guys do? Like, can you help this price point?
Yeah.
I said, mate, have a seat. We'll just talk through it. And we had to shrink houses. We had to, like, you know, change floor plans and get him a block that he probably, you know, wouldn't have wanted originally, and just talked him through all of that thing. And when we got it done, that was seriously the best client experience that I'd ever had, because it was a very similar situation where it was just like, we got it done. Like, we've got it done for you. How awesome is this?
Yeah.
So whilst it's like not the BA space, it's still in that sort of first home buyer, but experiencing what it's like to get someone into a property. And I don't care, like, if it's a $400,000 property or if it's like $4 million property. Like, I have there's no price attachment for me. Yeah. I actually got bored with wealthier people, to be honest. Like, if I'm honest, because it was just like, there's no fun. You know what I mean? Like, there was no real chase for it. Whilst you're doing your best to get the property for the best price, you know, it wasn't really going to impact them. Whereas people on the lower end of the scale, every dollar was, you know, it meant something to them.
Yeah.
Even from the investment side, like when you're buying someone their 8th, 9th investment property, it's kind of like, you know, big deal.
Yeah.
When you get there first, it's just like this huge, you know, high five moment. So, mate, I'm sure that was like a pivotal, not so much pivotal, rather, more of a one that'll stick in the head for a while.
Absolutely, yeah. And even last week, I had these investors, and you know, I sit down with them and try and pick the right suburb for their strategy, and then we'll sit down and pick the right house for them. And this particular client, we thought Toowoomba was the best for multiple reasons, as we all know.
Yep.
And, you know, the first weekend we're up against other buyers agents. I was in touch with them and they were going after the same properties. We both had no chance. But the house was valued at or offers over $599. We valued it at $524, and it sold for $680. Sorry.
Wow.
I'm like, I think I said those numbers wrong, actually.
That's all right. Just put a 6 in front of the 5.
Yeah.
Instead of the 5.
And we're like, no way. So we were able to use the same agent who liked the way we worked, was happy with us, and he gave us an off-market. So this off-market ended up being $95,000 below their budget. Mm-hmm. I don't know how this bit happened, but we ended up buying it, and it was $13,000 below the market value.
There you go.
So my fee was free.
Yep.
And the clients have made money already. And that was, from my investing side, was, you know,
pretty happy.
Yeah, I'm very happy.
Pretty happy. Yeah.
So I think I'm still hungover.
Oh yeah. I mean, that's an amazing outcome.
Yeah.
And your journey from December till now, like, it's not that long really. So you said for you, it was a bit of a slow start.
Yeah.
Were you, when you transitioned, well, when you were sort of said, hey, I'm going to be a buyer's agent, and you started the business in December, was that full time, or you were still working
No,
part-time?
I've only recently finished up with my nursing. And it was someone in Everest said to me, look, you're doing a couple of days of nursing and, you know, it does pay okay, pay well, but that time away, I was taking away time to get my business to grow even more.
Yep.
And that stuck to me. So I was like, oh, look, there's my time to go.
Yep.
And it's been giving me a lot more time because I was working 24/7 essentially. I was sleeping, working after getting home on an afternoon shift, still putting an hour or so in, working all the time before. And I didn't get to do the things I really enjoyed, like going for a walk along the beach to Palm Cove.
Yep.
And then the last couple of weeks, I've done it 2 or 3 times.
Yeah.
So
Have
it's
a phone
given
call
time
out there
back.
as well.
Sorry.
Have a phone call out there as well.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's just given time.
So when did you hand in the resignation? You owe me the resignation letter too, by the way. You might not know that. Like,
Right, okay.
I collect the resignation letters
yes, you do.
in Everest.
I will give it. I'll have to try and find it. Yeah, because I had a meeting. Look, health can be toxic.
Yeah.
It can be very toxic. And it was getting toxic, and I'm like, I don't need this.
Yeah, yeah.
And
Yeah, just the mental capacity on that, right?
that's
Like,
right.
yeah.
And I'm missing out on business calls because I'm stuck in triage looking after patients. So I'm not giving them the all.
Yeah.
I'm not getting anything out of it. And then I think it's affecting the patients and the, you know, health service as well. So
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think
It's just the,
let's
it's
cut
just
the
call.
cord.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So
And so how long has that been?
I think it's been about 3 weeks now.
Okay, wow.
2 weeks,
So it's
2
like
weeks.
really fresh.
Yeah, it's fresh.
Wow.
I still
wow,
feel like
wow.
I'm on holidays.
Yeah, I bet. I mean, like
Yeah.
coming down to Melbourne.
Yeah.
Doing some podcasts.
Yeah.
How good. So what's the future? Like, what's the next 12 months look like for you? Like, obviously.
I'm big on goals.
Yeah.
I love goals. I have goals which I'm reaching. And another thing I think I've talked to Elaine about this is that when people say I can't do something, well, I'm doing that. So I'll reach that goal when I've been told, no, you won't be able to get 20 clients in a year.
Yeah.
And then I want to double. And I want to start, I've already brought a sourcer in, and he was my accountability partner
Yep.
that I had from the start. We both started BAI at the start. And so he's now my sourcer. He's doing what I did. He's traveling around Australia and sourcing properties, and we're working well together.
Yeah. Perfect.
So I want to start bringing people into the business to make it grow that way.
Yeah.
Learning the right way to do it. I want to do it like have a mortgage broker come in on and accountant, and a bit like the Property Couch do with their business model, and Investor Kit and all those.
That was exactly our model as well. Like we had the same thing.
And and get it to go. And
I can definitely tell the ins and outs and that, the good, the bad, the ugly.
yeah, please do. And let's make it the way journey.
So 20 properties this year? That's a
goal.
That's the goal. Yeah.
I'm halfway there. So
Perfect.
yeah.
And yeah, I mean, you've probably gotten there in like the last 4 months, right? Like if you had that slower start sort of coming into the year.
Yeah, well, March started.
Yeah. There you go.
Yeah.
Wow. So, maybe a heavier back end of the year.
Yeah.
If you've got that traction going.
Something strange happens to me like that. The end half of the year is always where my everything blooms for me.
Things just happen. Yeah.
They're all in September, October time. I don't know why.
I mean,
everything major happens then, which is good.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you know that's sort of
it's exciting.
Yeah. In the workings, it's kind of like, hey, let's hurry up and get there.
But don't stop just so it gets there.
Yeah, exactly. And one question I always ask, if you were walking down the street and someone said, hey, Cam, like, I know you're a buyer's agent, what would you say to them if they turn around and said, hey, like, I'm thinking of becoming a buyer's agent?
I would say, everyone can be a buyer's agent. Absolutely no reason why anyone can't. Have passion for it. Anything you do in life, have passion. It's not easy. It is a lot of work.
Yeah.
And I knew I wanted to do it because I built my own portfolio. But like any buyer's agents, just have passion and you'll go places. And yeah, it's hard work.
It's hard work. Like everyone says that. Everyone says it's hard work, but it's worth it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like nothing good comes easy. Like it's not, you wouldn't be able to earn what we can earn in here and what a lot of people do earn in this business if it was easy. Like if it was a walk in the park, everyone would be doing it, but then you wouldn't be able to charge what we do charge, which we're worth obviously. But yeah, it's going to take a few months, maybe 6 months, depending on how much effort just on that. Like I find your traction, like to get up to speed was quite quick.
Yeah.
How much work were you doing, like from the BNI perspective? Oh, sorry, I've just assumed it's BNI, but
yeah,
was it BNI?
Yeah. BNI was good. Cairns Chamber of Commerce.
Yep.
I've just keep talking to mortgage brokers all the time.
There you go.
My personal one as well. I just did a presentation for him this morning and 50 other mortgage brokers.
Yeah.
I've got another presentation next week for a business group up in Cairns. Just get out there.
So again, it's the same thing. Like it's no different to you going to Kashmir. Like you've just thrown your hand up. You said, hey, like I'll come and talk to you guys. Like I'll, give you guys updates in the property market, like whatever it is. Because what are you typically talking about in those prezos?
Well, a lot of it, the good thing about BNI is givers gain. Mm-hmm. I like that. So it's not about what you're going to get. You'll get that back by giving.
Yes.
And I think a lot of buyers agents do that. We give a lot of information on how to buy.
Yep.
And then we get that back by getting clients and helping clients, and then they talk about you and
totally
brings more clients in.
Yeah.
I love that aspect of it. So just giving your gain.
Yeah. Look, I'm a big believer in that as well. It's why I sit in Everest. Like, I'm all about shared knowledge. So there's no point me figuring out in this business or Ben figuring it out or Elaine or anyone else if it's just isolated to our business. So it's like we can just tell everyone, you know what I mean? Like if I figure something out or someone else figures it out, we should just share the knowledge.
Yeah.
It actually comes from the medical space, right? Like shared knowledge is what advanced the medical world, because if you figured out how to do a procedure, they would write studies on it. They would invite people to theaters to watch them do the procedure.
Yeah.
So that belief has really, again, whilst we're not saving lives, potentially we are, like, in some way, shape and form buying people shelter.
Yeah.
It's still as important. But yeah, you jumped straight into Everest as well. Like you made that move pretty quickly into Everest.
Yeah, I had. It took me a little bit to get into Everest.
Yeah.
I wanted to get a few runs on the board.
Yep.
And then I thought, okay, I've done that, and now I want to get bigger and better. And how do I do that? Well, you get coaching, and then Everest will come along, and then there'll be something bigger and better, and get more coaching and how to expand. And it was always going to happen me in Everest.
Yep.
It was just a matter of when.
And you obviously believe in that, like, so
100%.
Just getting personal development, business development, someone else has done it, learn from them.
Like look at the top,
Yeah.
listen to what they do, and then, this is exactly like when I first started at the BAI, I just listened to what you had said and what you'd all say, and then just follow it. You're listening to what Ben has to tell you and what Harley has to tell you, and then it's put it into action.
Yep.
Yeah. And I'm always listening to what people do and say that have done it.
Yes.
To improve myself,
Mate, love it. It's success leaves clues.
Yeah,
so
for sure.
This has been great. The journey, I wasn't expecting to go through all of that, but it's awesome. Like, I love it. I got to experience along with everyone else as we were going. But mate, thanks again, all the way from Cairns.
Yes.
Cam, thank you.
Thank you, James. It's been a pleasure.
Awesome.
Great.